in towards the rest of his team. Buriram, I don't know how they do this. Any other team that's swimming, I feel like, would just die. Purdy, Venatica's waiting for him. Purdy just walks right into that, and Venatica makes quick work of him. Alo. I know, it was a little weird, Matt. I was thinking the exact same thing. Venatica gonna get another one. My word. Venatica stepping up here against SDK. I feel like either Infantry or 4AM is going to get involved in this sooner or later, but actually Infantry might have to retreat as they are losing members to FaZe's push. It's going to be Bullying, who's a little bit overextended. Gen.G, I'm not sure what their options are going to be there. They're in dangerous territory, as I can see Infantry inching out towards them on the map, and they're going to actually get in vehicles, and that's not good. Infantry isn't going to let you last. Logsker and 9. Going to take 3 of them down. And yep, Infantry doing a great job holding them in. Now it's their turn to try to put some damage into Soniqs.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are just trying to rack up points. They realize that the other teams around them have gone out, so this is their opportunity. 4 Angry Men also trying to seize the moment, whereas Mime's just trying to roll ahead of the safe zone, or the blue zone, to get into some type of position for it. Not a lot of options to work with, and that's going to be Soniqs going down in 9th. We're starting to see a firing alliance being set up against Infantry and 4AM to really to see who's going to get control of this northern area, and it's going to be 4AM Crazy that lines up the shot on a Zhao Yang to get the knock, turning this into a 2v2 lineup. But the circle is going to favor Afreeca Freecs on positioning, while most Circle Gaming is lining up for it. Godv does get rezzed, and Crazy yet again finding another angle to work with, as Infantry just has no way to make this work, and Crazy just destroys them. They rolled up while 4AM was taking shots into FaZe. Grenade's going to land, do a lot of damage, evilly trying to make something work here. And you can see FaZe on full-on retreat, getting harassed from 2 different angles. Afreeca Freecs just chilling, listening to everything that's happening right now. But FaZe narrowly manages to avoid him. Shots from Akkad are going to force Multi-Circle Gaming to retreat from that fight. New circle pops, going to favor it yet again into Afreeca Freecs positioning. Now the question comes in, how do these teams opt into making their approach into the zone? And looks like FaZe has an idea. It's time to Clown Car, just roll everyone together, push into position, roll up the hillside, and send it at Afreeca Freecs. 4AM tries to get the shots into him, but not going to have the angle. Rolling through, Afreeca Freecs knows that this is coming, but the grenade bounces the wrong direction. It hits the lip, but it's still going to be Crazy, hearing the sightlines coming in, trying to hold the line on Kari, and takes down 2. Near on instantly, just 1 up for FaZe on the gamble play. Is Hakari going to spot it out? No, he's still looking up at 4AM. Oh, he gets shot, and look at that, Uba pulls from the res.
Yeah, that's tough now. Uba trying to get Gustav up, doing everything he can. FaZe made a push into the warehouses now. That's going to be all that Uba could get to. He is going to finish off Hikari. Some grenades in response from Hansia and Akkad trying to get it done, but they're getting peppered from 4 Angry Men up on the hillside. Uba dangerously low on health. Another good grenade is going to take him out. Akkad should try to bounce this off one of the walls. There you go. Great time, great cook on that grenade. Uba gonna go down.
Afreeca Freecs has to be ridiculously cautious on how they make their approach, as now 4AM has shifted towards them. You can see Multi-Circle Gaming still leaning in, trying to keep a sight line towards them, and like that, Multi-Circle Gaming creeping ever so closer towards this center position.
Well, let's see what Afreeca can do. They're in a really tough spot now. The front end of that warehouse very open. The other is a very narrow door to go through if they head towards 4AM. So they're trying to throw smokes. They're trying to throw utility. They're trying to buy as much time as they can. Evil Lee throwing the stun in there. Akkad around the barrels, trying to put some damage into MCG. Tank still holding on to that AUG. Akkad gets stunned up for a second, but he's going to get a knock here. Evil Lee returns the favor.
4AM is holding down the center point. They're getting control. Tank has nowhere to go. He has to pop up. Tries to get shots into Crazy. Gets some damage onto him, but no. They're taking a couple of tosses. Instead, they're going to allow the res to come through. Here comes the throwables, landing right on top of it, but there is a little bit of a hillside. Pentalol gets the line onto Abiza. The grenades start to land right on top of him, but it's going to be some shots coming up from the 4 Angry Men, who are in a gatekeeping position for this. Team Liquid in a lot of trouble. Clip going down now as well. Shoot to kill, trying to buy this one out, get the shots into it, as they know that they still have to contest against 4 Angry Men. Oddly enough, it's going to be Jeans that's rolling up the hillside that might be in a point to either contest or just continue to loop around to the north. Looks like he's going to try to bypass 4AM's positioning, and that's going to have to abandon the other member for Team Liquid to the throes of what's going on between Tianba and Shoot to Kill. Last member up for Tianba, gonna spot out Shoot to Kill, gets the spray into 1, but they do manage to spin back around, and Tianba now down and out.
Well, the good news for Shoot to Kill, they have a little bit of time to get this res off. I say that, and Mexi comes up behind him. It's going to be Godv again, helping from up above. to take Mexi down. Shoot to kill, almost losing Purdy. Look at that. He has literally...
We're seeing a couple of these fights happening, and most notably, it's still Multi-Circle Gaming and Gen.G taking some shots at each other, while now T1 should be getting into one point where they get vision. Dongche waiting, taking the shots at PO, and that's going to be him going down. He was taking the shots into Multi-Circle Gaming, and so a quick exchange as third-party high ground advantages are going to become a theme in this fight.
Yeah, I mean, time and time again this weekend, we've seen looking that direction. Are they going to be able to get to Star-Lord? No, they are not. It's going to be the blue that finishes that off. 3 up left for T1.
It's turning into a mess on top of this hillside. Gen.G gets eliminated. Lou gets vision onto T1. Spots it out as they're making their approach. Gets a little bit of damage into Aqua 5, but he's managing to hold it up. Him and Dongche trying to find some way to make this one work as they're right on top. They've got pincer points. They've got Multi-Circle Gaming off to one side of them. Now just Dongche, the last one up for his team. Question comes into play. Is anybody going to get vision onto them, or is it just going to continue to be the third-party setup? You can see that Multi-Circle Gaming's evilly in a point, trying to maybe push into the last remaining member for T1. Meanwhile, you can see DXG making push into Soniqs positioning. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of a pickup there. Dongche not the last one. Not going to give it up just quite yet for his squad, and continuing to do T1 things and try to find a way to make the worst situation favorable for them.
Well, 4AM is going to barrel in towards Dongche. They know that he is isolated out there after he picked up that knock onto Evil Lee. They want to try to finish him off, getting some good opening damage. He's screwed. Yeah, he's dead. There you go. Crazy going to finish him off. It was just nothing he could do. He's on a hillside, and 4AM has so much control there. Back over to Zenith, still in this fight with Buriram. They've been doing a pretty good job, but Buriram is so tough to dislodge. They're so...
Buriram is always after the kill points, and they're just going to continue to be Buriram. They're going to take a fight, and they're going to drag you down into the dirt with them. They're going to force you to play their way over and over again, and they find ways to make it worth. You're seeing the fact that a lot of these teams that are presently alive starting to stack together the kills. 4AM, Multi-Circle Gaming finally finding an angle, trying to push up, trying to find some way to really encroach their fortified defensive positions, but it's going to be 4 angry men trying to dislodge Zenith to the south. So we have 2 different fights breaking out where all of the teams are clustered.
Well, Godby's got an AUG. He's going to get kickstart out in the open and take Zenith out. The second place team just got eliminated by the first place team. 4AM looking to put their foot down on top of the rest of these teams in this lobby. Mime gets a pretty decent grenade in there, gets some good damage. Tank and Lingdu trying to work the sides of the rock. Summer, they're going to hold on to this. They're going to stick this res. Summer almost goes down to those frags. Does not fall. Shrimzy gonna really cook one up. Is it gonna be well timed? Yes, it is. Gonna get the finish on to Summer. So the res does not come through. Now it's a 2v2 with MCG and Soniqs.
On the other side of this, you can see it's Buriram trying to hold back the 4 angry men, but it's not going to go in their favor. 13 kills now for 4 angry men. They fought their way to be at the top of the leaderboard, and they are showing you why. A lot of this game is resting, waiting for that moment to happen, and it's just 2 seconds away. Where is the circle going to go? And a smidgen of Soniqs compound stays in play. Mime gets vision onto Lou, but the hillside's going to add in enough protection, but he does go down. Mime lines up the shots, and this game is starting to come a little bit more open. Pressing in and making it oh so much more problematic for Multi-Circle Gaming. Tank, though, feels like he's got the opportunity. He's going to start leading the way. Mime still having to deal with harassment coming up from God V way off on the other side of the circle. Now, the fight is starting to break in. Multi-Circle Gaming advancing in. You can see Tank just on the other side of the doorway forever, starting to crest in, getting a little bit of an idea on where Lingdu might be playing from, and Tank opts to make a play towards the top of it, spots out Mime, gets vision on him, takes him down. Just 1 up for Soniqs and a good read on how to counter move around that positioning. Lingdu now has to contest with Crazy, and you can see Multi-Circle Gaming has an idea on what's going on. Yet again, it is exchange between the 2 of them. It's going to be forever. That's got the back of his teammates. Lingdu, though, starting to get an idea of what's going on, has to crest up, has to push forward. Multi-Circle Gaming goes down, and now it is just Shrimzy, the last one up, looking out, knows where Forever's positioning is, but has to fight against a high ground advantage for AM. Can he make something out of this? Looks like he's just going to feed it over the blue, and that's how we end it. Soniqs managed to climb up the lead.